Hey everyone, today I have for you guys a really fun video. I've seen so many people do different makeup challenges where they use like games to pick their makeup. I've also seen where people have had their pets pick their makeup. So I kind of wanted to do a similar style video, but I wanted to create one that was like my own. So I decided that I wanted to do Plinko picks my makeup. I used to watch The Price is Right all the time when I was a kid and I loved when they did Plinko. And I looked on YouTube and I haven't seen anybody do a video like this. So yeah, I'm going to be dropping Plinko chips to pick my makeup. So before we get into the video, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like the idea. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. The first makeup product that I'm going to be picking is my primer. So when it came to primer, I really lucked out. I got the Cover FX Blurring Primer. This primer is super similar to the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. It just really helps like make your skin look very soft and smooth. It definitely helps to blur your pores. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pin my hair back. I'm just gonna put this like on the center part of my face because that's where I really have my largest pores. So when it came to foundation, I don't actually own 11 foundations, so I had to use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation twice because I have two shades of that. And that ended up being the foundation that got picked. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix two shades together. I'm gonna mix Soft Beige and Porcelain to kind of create like a shade in between. I really like this foundation, so I was actually super happy when it got picked. The thing about Plinko is that it's basically like luck. I felt like I was trying to like sometimes get something that I wanted, but then it would like go the opposite direction. So I kind of feel like it's more about chance than an actual strategy because the chip kind of like bounces everywhere, so you can't really tell exactly where it's gonna go. This is one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore. It seriously covers up so well and it has a really nice like matte finish. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and pick the concealer. So once again, I lucked out and I got the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I have been obsessed with this concealer lately. It's seriously so good and it's really affordable. Everybody says this is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I feel like it's very similar. I wouldn't say it's an exact dupe though. I'm gonna be using the shade C3 and I'm just gonna put this underneath my eyes. The coverage of this concealer is seriously amazing. Alright, so now it is time for powder, and I don't actually own 11 powders, so I had to put all of the ones that I do have in the middle of the board. So the powder that I ended up getting is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and I love this powder, so I was definitely happy about that. So next up we have like a bronzer slash contour. Normally I do like one or the other. I usually don't do both. So I did include some contour kits as well. So I ended up getting the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This used to be my favorite bronzer, but I really haven't been using it because I'm like obsessed with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So unfortunately I didn't get that one, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this one. I really like the way the Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer looks on fair skin. I feel like it's just like the perfect like cool toned bronzer shade, but it still like warms up the face. So now it's time for blush, and surprisingly I actually did have 11 individual blushes. So the blush that ended up getting picked is the Studio Makeup Soft Blend Blush in the shade Wildflower. I used to be obsessed with this blush, but I haven't been using it recently because I've been loving my Sigma Cora de Rosa blush. It just blends out so nicely. Alright, so now it is time for highlighter. The highlighter that ended up getting chosen is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Moonstone. This was actually the first highlighter that I ever bought. I haven't used this in a really long time, so I was actually really happy that this got picked. This is just like a super pretty like light gold. This is a really good highlighter if you have fair skin. Man, I used to use this all the time. All right, so now it's time for the most exciting part. At least I feel like it's the most exciting part, and that is for the eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna have to use today. So the eyeshadow palette that the chip landed on is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I have not used this palette in a really long time. Mine's really gross looking. So this palette has a bunch of super pretty warm tone shades. I feel like I want to go, I don't know. So I'm thinking I'm first going to go in with the shade Burnt Orange, and this is going to be like my transition shade. Oh, I forgot how pigmented these are. Just gonna blend this kind of everywhere. This is a Morphe E27 brush. I can't even remember the last time I used this palette. Next, I'm gonna pick up some of the shade Real Gar, and I'm just gonna put this shade a little bit lower. I'm gonna try and stay away from the pink shades because I feel like I always use like pinks and berry colors. So I'm gonna try and keep it a little different today. So now I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Red Ochre, and I'm gonna put this on my outer corner. So I think I'm gonna keep this eye look simple, and I'm just gonna take the shade Primavera with my finger, and I'm just gonna put this all over my lid. Now I'm gonna go back in with the Burnt Orange, and I'm just gonna smudge this all underneath my lower lash line. And now I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Red Ochre with a flat definer brush, and I'm just gonna press this right up against my lower lash line. And I'm gonna highlight my inner corner and brow bone with the shade Vermeer. So now that my eyeshadow is done, it's time to pick mascara. So the mascara that the chip landed on is the Ampla mascara. I don't actually know anything about this brand or this mascara. I don't even know if it's actually mascara. It says that it's Amplifying Mascara Serum. I don't even know where I got this. Well, we're gonna try it out. So I only applied a little bit because I am going to be applying a false lashes. So now it's time to use the Plinko board to pick my lashes. So the lashes that the chip landed on are the Baddington Monroe 3D Silk Lashes, and I got these in a BoxyCharm a couple months ago, and I really liked them. So I'm excited that it landed on these lashes. These lashes are seriously so pretty. I really like the way that they look. So now it is time to pick my brow product. And if you're wondering why I'm doing my brows last, it's because I feel like when I do them first, I get like eyeshadow all on my brows and it just looks like super gross. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Plinko chip and see what brow product I get. So the brow product I ended up getting is the Brow Gal Convertible Brow Wet/Dry Convertible Brow and Pomade Duo. So I got this, I want to say in like a BoxyCharm or something a really long time ago, and I think that I've only used it a couple of times. As you can see, it pretty much looks new, but I was just reading the back when I was telling you guys what it is, and it says you can use this wet, and I'm like really into like dip brow, so I think I'm gonna try and like wet my brush and see how this goes. I was really hoping I was gonna get some kind of like pomade product, either the L'Oreal or the Anastasia would have been nice, and now I'm kind of excited that I can use this kind of like a pomade. So far, so good. I wasn't expecting it to look this good. I don't normally use like powder products on my brows, but using it wet is definitely giving like a more sharp and defined look, similar to Dip Brow. So that went a lot better than I was expecting it to. I'm definitely gonna have to keep trying this product out. I didn't realize that you could use it as a pomade, so that's really exciting. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pick a brow gel. So the brow gel that the chip landed on is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel Mascara. I'm not really that big of a fan of this product. Of course, the only brow gel that I don't like, it landed on. I feel like it doesn't really like hold your brows very well either. I think it's like a very light hold. Alright, so now it's time to choose my lipstick. I included a bunch of different like crazy colors, and I hope that I get a color that goes somewhat with this look. I have some like purples and blues and crazy colors, so. So the lipstick that got picked is the ColourPop Matte Luxe lipstick in the shade Check Please. I am obsessed with the formula of these lipsticks, but this shade is like a super bright orange. Luckily, it kind of matches the eyeshadow, but this does not go with my backdrop. Like a super bright orange. I feel like the camera is not picking up how orange this is. Alright, so now it is time to set everything in place, so I need to pick a setting spray. So the chip ended up landing on the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, and I don't normally use this as a setting spray because I don't really like the way that it like comes out, so of course it would land on this one. I really like the smell of the setting spray. I just wish it came out like a little bit more like as a fine mist. All right, so this is my finished Plinko Picks My Makeup look. I'm really happy with how everything turned out. If I had to change something about this look, it would definitely be the lip color. I feel like that was the one product that ended up being a little bit crazy and doesn't really go with everything we have going on, but I really liked doing this video. I feel like I got to go back and like use some products that I haven't used in a really long time, and I also got to try some products that I'd never really used before. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I had a really fun time making it. If you did like it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. I will have all of the products that I mentioned in this video linked in my description box below if you want to check any of them out, and I also have links to my other social media accounts like my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook page if you guys want to follow me on those accounts as well. And I'm also doing a huge back to school giveaway right now, and if you want to enter that, I will have a link there as well. And before you leave, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button so you guys can receive notifications of when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching.